And now it's time for Crocheting with Ron. Wait, that can't be right. Now it's time for Oh, okay. Now it's time for Crotchety Old Ron. That makes much more sense. You're listening to The Ron Van Dam Show on New England Broadcasting.
Ron Van Dam is an experienced talk show host. Do not attempt to try this at home.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
What do you want now?
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Oh my God, I just did a show yesterday. What do you want from me? Welcome to the program. It is the Ron Van Dam Show. I am the guys whose name is in the title of the thing, which puts an immense responsibility upon me, but I think I'm up to handling the situation. Let's see what happens. I'm trying to make this sound exciting. I'm doing the best I can, really. I really am. May I start the show by saying, as I do on every show, that you look wonderful today. You actually look very good. Believe it or not, you look extremely acceptable today. This is an amazing moment. Let's look in the mirror and soak it in, because the way you look now will probably never happen again. Let's take a look at a picture of the way you look, because it's amazing. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, I don't condone drinking alcohol at any time of day, but in order to really enjoy this show, probably a couple of drinks wouldn't hurt. Now, I didn't say, no. If you have a problem with alcohol, then certainly don't drink. But if you don't, it does enhance the excitement and wonderfulness of this particular episode. So, I'm just saying. Also, if you have kids, get them out of the room now. It's not because I'm going to say anything horrendously awful. It's nice to get them out of the room every once in a while, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Before I go any further, let me introduce some of the people that make this show possible. First, your announcer and comedy writer, John Shanahan, ladies and gentlemen. Google his name. He's pretty incredible. And then there's Nicole Reed. She's one of the producers of this show. She books many of the national interviews that we do. And then Jason Shaw. You're listening to his music composed for this program. Thank you, Jason. And there's other people whom I don't care to mention. Actually, they said, don't mention our names. We don't want to be connected to this in any way. So out of respect to them and continued contributions, I won't say anything. How you doing, man? How you doing, man? Oh, yeah. Look, I don't know what day of the week this is. I don't know what time it is. It kind of doesn't matter anymore. Nothing seems to matter anymore because, oh, gosh, it's like we're on the Titanic and the boat's going down and the rescue boats have not shown up yet. What are we going to do? Well, at least we're in the same boat. And that's really of no consequence that makes it better. It's really... Oh, Ron, no, when we're all going through something horrible, it's better if we all go through it together. Okay, whatever you say, it really doesn't make it any better, though. Sometimes it makes it worse. So, no, that theory don't hold water, so to speak. Are indeed we on the Titanic? I believe we are. I believe we are right now. Or we're in the movie Jaws, and we're being circled by these large man-eating animals, and we better get a bigger boat, but we can't afford one, so now we're screwed. It's that movie, too. It's every movie. I don't know about you, but these are probably, I mean, I've been alive for a long time, at least an hour now. I've been alive for decades and decades and decades. So have most of you. I've never seen things in this country so horrible to this extent. Never seen it. Just hoping that we get through to the other side. This is like a Disney ride. Not that I love Disney one way or the other. I think Disney's a little too beyond Disney's own parameters. But it's like being on a Disney ride, like Space Mountain or something like that. It's like being on a roller coaster. Not that there are highs and lows. It's just it's scaring the shit out of me. And hopefully when the ride is over, I'll still have all the food within me that I had when I started. You know what I mean? It's like that as well. There are so many analogies to what I think we're all going through right now. Not all of us, because some of you just don't understand anything. Some of you just don't get it. Anyway, thank you for being here. I've talked in circles for long enough right now. Oh, by the way, I have a social media manager. I won't tell you her name because she's one of the people who said, "Don't you dare connect me to that program." But she says that every once in a while I must mention on this show that you have to like us. I mean, I do. You know, in the long run, I don't really care. But she is, I pay her. So she says, "Ron, every once in a while mention on your show that they can go to your website." And in many cases, like, well, how else are they going to be listening to me? She says, go to the website, whatever you're listening to it on, and just say that you like and subscribe to it. It doesn't cost you any money to do that. Follow me. Look, I'm over here. Hey, now I'm over here. And now I'm over here. Can you follow me? Nope. By the time you got over there to follow me, now I'm over here. Now follow me over here. Follow me socially on the media thing, not in real life. There's no point otherwise. Don't. But do that on the social media thing. And I say to my social media manager, I say to her, look, I'm not into the social media thing. I'm not. And she said, you know, I don't care what you're into and what you're out of. Just mention it every once in a while. It's good for the ratings. I said, well, I don't even care about that. She said, I'll do that. Because, I don't care. So she said, no, just do it. Just shut up and do it. She didn't say just shut up and do it. That was what she was intimating, for me to just shut up and do it. Just tell the people, just shut up and do it. Tell the people to follow you and to like you and to love you and all that kind of stuff. And I said, if you're telling me to shut up, how am I going to tell people? Because that's what I do. If I shut up, then she says, you know what I'm talking about. Don't be belligerent with me, she says. Oh, she was just getting out of hand. And I said, look, I pay you, so don't tell me what to do. She says, well, you're paying me to tell you what to do. I said, I know, but I don't like it. She says, well, you can fire me at any time. I said, I know. And that was the end of the conversation. Anyway, thanks for being here. We're getting closer to, what's the word? Annihilation? Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. I can say it, but I certainly can't spell it. Oh, my God. I went onto my computer yesterday, which I do kind of on every day because I've been forced to by virtue of this. And I just there's a thing called Reddit. I don't know what that means. I think it's REDDIT, and I could be wrong. I think you spell it like rabbit, but you change some letters around. I don't understand what that is. It's normal people, as if there were any of those left. It's normal people just answering questions with their experience, and that's supposed to be interesting to me. I remember when this whole thing started with the social media, people used to send me pictures of their food. They did. If they were in a restaurant and they saw a really attractive plate put in front of them, like the lamb chops or something, they would take a picture of the lamb chops and send it to me. And I thought, well, why are you sending me pictures of food? Send me the food. It just all seems so silly. And then the selfies with people standing in front of Mickey and Minnie Mouse at Disney World. See, there's Disney again. Disney is part of everything. It's just part of everything. I think I'm owned by Disney. I think I am owned literally by the Disney Corporation. I'm not. I'm a little bit owned by iHeartRadio, but that's something else. But I am not. Disney, man. Disney's dead. There's a rumor that Walt Disney was frozen. Thus, the movie. Walt Disney was frozen so that someday when they could figure out how to bring people back to life, that they could do that. And so I think Disney, maybe at time of his death, I mean, why not? What the hell? I mean, why not? I'd try anything. Because Disney was very, very wealthy. He could do this. They froze his body. First, they put him on a stick. They took a popsicle stick and they shoved it up his ass, and they froze him like a popsicle. No added sugar. No added sugar. And they're waiting for the day when they can figure out how to bring him back to life. And probably someday they'll figure that out. The point is that when they do bring Disney back to life, Disney will probably say, oh my God, the world has changed so much. Don't bring me back to life. I don't know if that would happen. Probably not. Just saying. That's all. Just saying. Just saying it. Look, I know that today's show is going absolutely nowhere as far as content is concerned. Would you like me to show you how to macrame a sweater? I don't even know if sweaters are macrameed. I just said that. Because to me, the most boring thing in the world is for a person to sit down with a couple of knitting needles and some yarn and to knit a sweater or to do a macrame of something. Macrame, another word that I like to say because it rhymes with everything. Macrame, have a nice day. Hey, what did I say? It's macrame. It's a fun word to say. Doing it is incredibly odd to me, and I cannot spell it. I can try to spell macrame, but it probably won't work out. I know what it's supposed to look like when the word is finished, but I'm not sure about it. I really can't. I need spell check. I need word check. I need people check. I need a check. Check, please. Okay, so do you, apparently. Again, I don't condone drinking. Here's something very funny. I'm watching television commercials. These have been on for quite some time. Every state does this. Every state, in order to stay financially solvent, has to have a lottery. This is what we've ended up with here. This is how we do things. The lottery for any given state in the United States is a very significant part of their income. And what they do with the lottery is they're pretty much saying, betting is a horrible, horrible habit, but I'm going to force you to do it so we can make money off of you. It's kind of an odd thing. And when they run television commercials for a state lottery, they always say at the end, if you have a betting or gambling problem, here's a number to call. Well, what caused me to have this betting or gambling problem? You did. So what they're basically saying is, here's the state that you live in. We're concerned about you, but do this because I want to make money off of you. But if you do it too much, here's a phone number to call. I'm contributing to your incredible sickness here. But gambling is a very, very obsessive thing. Some people say, no, I just gamble for fun. But no. And by the time you win something with a scratch ticket or a lottery ticket or something like that, all you're really doing is winning back the money that you've spent all those years losing it. And you haven't even gotten all that money back. It's a form of entertainment. I mean, it's kind of like that or a strip club. I mean, there's no other form of entertainment, is there? Well, this show used to be entertaining. Apparently, that's not the case. So that lets me out. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, we are just, our entire lives, we are marketed and manipulated. And you have to be a little bit smart to figure it out. See, this generation, the newer generation, I don't know what you call them anymore, Generation X and W and all these, what things. Millennials, which I thought were just like flowers that come up every year by themselves. I don't know the difference. Millennials and all those people, they just like let life happen, They have debit cards and things. In other words, well, when you buy something, you give them your credit card number and they just throw it onto your credit card or take the money out of your checking account and you don't pay attention. That's an entire generation of people that trust other people with their money. A dangerous, dangerous thing. Then there's a generation that I came from the 15th century BC, and we double check everything. We double check. No one's getting. No one's going to take money out of my checking account. You can put it into it, but you cannot take it out. When I get an invoice in the mail, I look at every single line item and I double check everything, and not a penny goes by without me knowing that it's going by. I keep great track of every dollar that I have, which is not really that difficult to do at this point. But this generation now, they just like, sure, it's easy, then just do it. They go for the easy way out on everything. Everything. All right, what do you want for dinner? I don't know. What do you want to order in? You want to get a pizza? Sure. We'll call. Let's here. I got on my phone. Okay, should be here in 20 minutes. Oh, there it is. Let's eat. Oh, see, your dinner's coming to your door. You don't have to move. You don't have to do anything. Someday, when it's time to take a crap, we won't even have to go to the bathroom. It can just be done in your pants with a little canister that's attached to your rear end, and you empty it every once in a while. I mean, I know that's a far cry, and that would make me cry kind of far. But why not? All we do is we make things easier for ourselves. It's our entire mission right now is not to make it more efficient. That might be an offshoot or a good excuse. But it's not to make it more efficient. It's to make it easier for everybody. Life is just going to be so damn easy that you won't have to move. Bat an eyelash? You won't have to move your eyelashes yourself. They'll have little machines you put on your eyes. It's going to get crazy, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going in that direction very, very, very quickly. And this AI stuff, AO, no way. AI, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you thinking that all these companies that develop AI and all these governments that want to be first in the development of AI, that you think that all they care about is the good stuff? No, they don't care about the bad stuff, where they can take your voice and recreate it and make and take things away from you, and you never said it was okay. Well, we have a voice of you saying that. That's not me, though. I'll prove that it's not you. All that kind of stuff. Pictures of you doing stuff. Videos of you doing stuff that you never did. AI can be used to destroy society. Social media was a great idea in concept. I mean, not even really. And look what it's done. It's battered our lives. All in the name of making things easy. Not more efficient. That's not true. It's making it less efficient, actually. If a system goes down, a computer system or something's hacked, you can lose a lot of money and or all your information and or you cannot operate anymore because you have everything vested in this particular operation. When Verizon has a bug, I can't use my cell phone. I can't make a phone call. I can't get information. When my internet goes down, I can't use it. My business is done until it's fixed. We have made ourselves more vulnerable, which is less efficient. All because it's easier. No, Ron, it's more efficient. No, it's easier. Don't screw with me. I know more than you do. We call that the Trump attitude. I know more than you do. Only I can fix this mess. Oh, really? When are you going to do that? Okay. I have a guest coming up momentarily, but before we do that, there's this.
Have you been injured in an auto accident? Have you thought about maybe getting injured in an auto accident? Every day, hundreds of people around the country win very profitable lawsuits for the injuries they've suffered in auto accidents. But it's not always easy to find an auto accident to be involved in that you yourself didn't cause. That's where I come in. Attorney Jimmy LaGuardia, a.k.a. Crash Boom Jimmy. I can not only represent you in your injury lawsuit case, but I can help you arrange and be involved in the very accident for which you're seeking to collect. After years on the job, I know a guy who knows a guy who probably knows a guy who can thoughtfully arrange your accident to the degree you want, from gentle fender bender to near-death experience. And if you do happen to die in your accident, there is no cost to you for my services. Attorney Jimmy LaGuardia, call me now at 555-CRASH-BOOM for your free consultation, probably somewhere down near the docks with around a lot of cameras, or maybe in the back room of my cousin Lorenzio's restaurant. They make such a good bourgeois, you can't believe it. 555-CRASH-BOOM. Call me today, because with Jimmy LaGuardia, winning your lawsuit is no accident.
Executive Chef Josh Archibald joins us, and Jill Allen, Director of Product Excellence, Cheese Expert. You know, I'm tired of talking about politics and serious things. Now, I've been looking forward to talking about cheese and grilled cheese sandwiches. And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm serious. This is something I've been looking forward to. How are you?
We're fantastic, Ron, and we could not agree more. Thanks for having us.
Yes.
You know, there are so many different types of cheeses that go into a grilled cheese. Americans love it. People across the world love it. What is it about grilled cheese sandwiches?
Yeah, so we took a survey, and 61% of Americans surveyed said that the grilled cheese sandwich is their favorite sandwich, but only 25% of the Americans surveyed said that they considered themselves to be experts at it. Joe and I, we're here. We're going to try to help you change that today.
That's great, and there are so many different ways of doing it. I guess I could ask you, first of all, what is the ideal cheese? Is it a matter of taste? Do certain cheeses melt better than others? Where do we go with the cheese selection?
Yeah, Ron, in a survey that we created, 68% of Americans use at least two types of cheeses when they make their grilled cheese sandwich. And I personally couldn't agree more, because the ultimate flavor and stretch combination, I believe, is when you add the medium cheddar and the sharp cheddar. Bringing these two cheddars together to achieve that perfect cheese pull. You know that pull when after you've made grilled cheese sandwich and you get that ooey gooey stretch and pull?
Sure. Yeah, that's the best. What about how to prepare the bread? Do you do it in a toaster, an oven, in a pan? What's ideal for that?
Yeah, it's a great question, and we don't think there's any wrong answers here, but our advice is essentially we want you to go low and slow. We watch all the TikTok fails, we watch the grilled cheese fails, and I think 90% of the time people heat the pan too hot before they start. Now, remember, you can increase heat much easier than you can decrease. And for our signature grilled cheese sandwich, we're taking thick-cut sourdough, mayonnaise, butter, a little bit of seasoning, medium cheddar, and sharp cheddar. And we're cooking that. If I had a choice, I'd cook it for 20 minutes and just find some therapy, twisting, turning this sandwich around in the pan until it was the perfect shade of golden.
Wow, that long. Yeah, I do the opposite, and that's probably why it doesn't work for me, because the cheese isn't completely melted, but the bread is looking good. So
Yeah, patience is a virtue on this one, Ron.
it is in life, my friend. Okay, which I have not mastered yet, by the way. What do people add to the grilled cheese sandwich, or is it perfect as it is? But are there additives to be thrown in?
You know, Ron, you cannot go wrong making a grilled cheese sandwich. And being creative and adding your own flair is what is key to making your own signature grilled cheese sandwich. But I will tell you that 57% of Americans opt for the classic tomato soup. They believe it is ideal to pair with your grilled cheese sandwich because the creaminess of both just blends so well with the cheeses. And if I may also add, during the cozy fall and winter months, chili is a beautiful option for that heartier pairing.
Wow.
And Jill and I both live on the Oregon coast, and it's about to start raining for the next 6 months.
Yes.
So sometimes we're looking for some vitamin D, some summer vibes from our dinner around a fire in the dark. And so I love to tap things like pesto and our whole milk mozzarella served with a sun-dried tomato aioli, just to kind of, I'm reminiscing about farmers markets in August and July.
Wow, you guys don't kid around with this stuff, I'll tell you. What do you put in the pan to quote unquote fry the grilled cheese? Is it oil? Is it butter? Is it something else?
Yeah, that's a great question. So 71% of Americans, they use butter. But depending on where you're from, you grew up maybe using mayonnaise instead. When Jill and I kind of developed our iconic Tillamook grilled cheese sandwich, went to the drawing board, and we really saw that there was attributes from both, and we wanted to really capture both. So we do a blend of mayonnaise. We're using Kewpie and our butter with a little bit of seasoning, and we smear liberally, top to bottom, side to side. We cook low. We flip often.
Well, I flip every day, but that's something else. That's usually in traffic. Yeah. I mean, you know, when you talked about the grilled cheese sandwich and the tomato soup, it threw me back to my childhood. Now, I don't know, maybe I'm old enough to remember that. I don't know if that's still a thing, but it wasn't just the food that when you said that, it was the memory and the comfort of the thought.
Yes. Yep. Sitting around the table. And, you know, that's something that I hold near and dear to my heart. My special memories of making grilled cheese sandwiches are making them for my children and having that time to be together and to enjoy a beautiful meal with cheddar and butter and all that ooey gooey goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, especially as the seasons kind of turn from late fall into winter here on all of us. Yeah. We don't think that there's a better comfort food, really synonymous with gathering and feeding the people around you that you love. And we truly are passionate about that cause.
Perfect. Okay, well, you got us all turned on here. Guess what we're going to be having within the next few days for a snack or for dinner or for lunch or for breakfast or any time, actually. And actually, cheese is
any time of day.
Any time of day. Let me just throw in, I've done a lot of interviews about that. Cheese is actually very good for you. I mean, if you don't overdo it, it's actually a great thing.
It is. It's high in protein, vitamin D. It's a wonderful way to grab and have a healthy snack on the run for that protein intake that you need.
Excellent.
It's got a great shelf life in your fridge, right? So you're not fighting against something that's going to turn bad or not be used before you can use it up.
Beautiful.
And a great addition to so many dishes.
Yeah. I throw a slice of ham in there sometimes for myself, and that's like the perfect ham and cheese sandwich, actually. Okay.
No wrong answers here. Yeah.
No, that's the point. That's a good point. Sometimes maybe a red pepper. That's also nice too. Okay. Anyway. All right. Okay. Now, where do we go for more information? Because people are going to want to get the perfect recipe for this.
Yes. If you visit us at Tillamook.com, this is where we're bringing farmers and food lovers together to have recipes that we can share with you, to share other dairy products that we create and love for the rest of the world.
Okay. Spell that for me, please.
Tillamook. Tillamook.
Beautiful. Hey, thank you for your time today. I appreciate this. Well, that'll do it for me today. I'll be back again tomorrow with another episode. Will you join me then? He said rhetorically. But until that time arrives, I wish you peace.